Hi, I'm Adam.
I'm Jonathan.
Welcome to Guitar Centric, and today we're going to be doing 5 minutes to better blues improvisation. Jonathan's going to show you a few tips and tricks on how to improvise better with the blues, and it's all tabbed in the description section below. Then I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you it in action through a little blues jam. Good luck, and hopefully this will help you to improvise better when playing the blues.
So what we're looking at here today is some tips and tricks to help your blues improvisations. Now first of all, we're going to be playing in a minor key. So we're going to be playing in A minor. So the chords we're going to use for this are an A minor 7, a D minor 7, and an E minor 7. Okay? So let's start off by looking at the scales we can use to improvise on a minor blues. So the first and most obvious one is the A minor pentatonic scale. So for our minor pentatonic scale, we've got this form here, which is our first shape of the minor pentatonic scale in A minor. So that's our most common minor pentatonic scale form to use in blues. The next, we've also got our A minor scale, so this is also known as the Aeolian mode, if you're into that whole Greek modes business, but this is just your minor scale, so this is what we have. So that is our minor scale. And then we've also got the A minor blues scale, which is this. So let's have a look at how we can link some of these shapes together. So in the minor blues, you've got some elements of chromaticism. So chromatics is where you're using one semitone after another. And that chromaticism is in this first part here where we go from D to E. So we go D, E flat, E. So we go A, C, D, E flat, E, G, A. If we continue that up the scale, we end up with this. So this note, E flat, gives us our real sort of bluesy feel to the scale. Now it's best to use that sparingly because it's used as a passing note. We don't really dwell too long on that note. So bear that in mind when you're improvising. Use it as something that links your licks and your riffs together. Another thing we can do is look at the chromaticism that's available between the G and the A. So what I mean by that is we've got a G, then an A flat, and then an A. So always think about ways you can use chromaticism to link your licks together. So from G to A, if we carry on up the minor pentatonic there, then add in the blues note, and then do that G to A chromaticism again. So we've got so nice little ways we can use chromatics to link some of our lick ideas. Another thing we should look at as well is how we can spot octaves when we're improvising. So moving between different octaves is a great way to mix up the flavour of your soloing and to allow you to use different parts of the fingerboard and have a greater range of notes at your disposal. So let's think about how we can find our octaves. So if we know that we've got an A here, A is our root note for playing an A minor. I know I can find an octave on the A on the 7th fret on the D string. And then if I think about the first 3 notes I've got of my minor pentatonic scale, I've got this. So if I know I can start an A here on the 7th fret on the D string, then I can replicate that same pattern. So that's one way of moving between your 2 different pentatonic shapes. The same thing applies if I go from the A here on the 7th fret on the D string to an A on the B string on the 10th fret. That's an octave. So I can use the same approach if I want to try some pentatonic licks in this position. So I've got those 3 different octaves at my disposal there. Now let's think how I can use some of the blues scale forms in linking those octave shapes together. So I could do something like this. So remember, that's the D to E chromaticism. So D, E flat, E. Then we also have the chromaticism between G and A. So there's essentially, I can do some chromatic runs on two adjacent strings. I've got the chromatic run here from D to E, D, E flat and E. So it's D, E flat, E, and then G, A flat, A. So I've got quite a few options there. So always think about using chromatics to link some of your licks together and get from one position to the other. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Adam.
We are Guitar Centric. We hope you've enjoyed the tips in this video.
And please subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next time.